Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be playing some 10-minute rabbit games. I'm gonna explain my thought process during the games and hopefully you will find this video instructive. Now, before I start playing, I have to give you a tip. Now, this tip, works only if you're good at chess, like you are like already intermediate, early advanced player and above. The most important thing is emotional regulation, right? So imagine chest improvement as like a cup, like a cup of water. Okay, you want to fill that cup with more, so you want to increase your elo, but you have to fix the leaks first. Okay, and the leaks are tilting. You tilt a lot. That's why you're not improving. Like you think you're improving, but you gain a lot of elo points, then you lose them all in one session. That's because of tilt and because of emotional regulation. Like whenever you get angry, you lose a game, and you're like, "Fuck." Do you want to play another game, another one, another one? So you are tied to a specific number that you want to retreat. And it doesn't work like that. Chess is a very demanding game. It's a very psychological game, right? It's more psychological than it's about skills. And if you are not over the previous game that you lost, you're not going to be performing well in the next game. So the most important thing is emotional regulation. It doesn't matter if you break this table or whatever thing you use or a technique you use to calm yourself down. But the most important thing is that you don't play another game unless you are completely over the previous one. Okay, how do you know that you are over a specific game? Well, you're over a specific game after you rage a little bit, you're angry, you're annoyed, and then after that, possibly 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or maybe more, you get back to the game that you lost. You look at the game, you're like, okay, why did I lose this game? I made this mistake. Then you try to understand, why did I make this mistake? Some mistakes are about simply you're not focused. Like you're just blind, you didn't see something, you're not focused. Sometimes it's a time management problem. Sometimes it's a skill issue. You did not calculate correctly. Whatever the problem is, figure out what is the problem and then try to set a plan to fix it. If it's a calculation problem, work on your calculation. If it's a tactic problem, work on your tactics. If it's an opening prep mistake, work more on your openings. Whatever the problem is, work on that, and you're like, okay, this is why I lost the game. This is the mistake that cost me the game, and this is what I'm gonna do to fix it. Now you're completely over that game, so now you can play another one. What most people do, the second they lose the game, they're like, fuck it, let's play another one. I mean, you can do that, but 90% of the times and even above, you will lose the second game. And you're like, why am I saying this? I tried it before and I fell for the trap. And now I don't play more than two games. If I lose a game, I don't play. I try to do my best to be over that game. And once I'm over that game, I play the second one. Okay, now enough yapping. Hopefully this advice will help you a little bit. We'll be playing a 10-minute rabbit game. Okay, 2153. Let's see what he plays. C4. I play Slav defense against anything C4, D4 kind of moves. Okay, we play D5. If they take, we take. If knight C3, there is knight F6. Okay, two knights variation. So if knight C3, the main line is D takes C4, E3. Okay, they play this. The problem is I need to work on my Slav. I really need to work on my Slav. There is e6, but there's also getting out with the bishop. Yeah, let's get out with the bishop to a more active square, bishop f5. We have to play a little bit faster because, my problem is usually time management. Okay, we can play e6. If they take, we take with the e pawn, I believe, because, you always want to have a flexible bishop. Okay, they just go here. Now, do I take and lure their bishop out, then play b5? And then try to play bishop here, they castle, we take something there, and we try to play knight in the center of the board. We have bishop b4, he castles, bishop takes, pawn takes, and there is knight e4, give me your piece. He tries to protect, we play queen a5, and then we try to add pressure against the weak pawn. It's very common in the Slav defense that you're trying to create a weakness, and then you try to target that weakness that you created. So I'm thinking, whether to take, whether to play bishop b4. I'm gonna play bishop to b4. In case they take, we take with one of the pawns. Most likely they have to castle, because if they didn't, we have knight e4, and it's gonna be very messy for them. If they play bishop there, we're just going to take them and pull the bishop back. But let's see what they do. If they played a3, I think there is queen a5 they cannot obviously take. That's a free rook. So after possibly a3, queen a5, bishop d2, bishop takes, that doesn't make any sense for me. So yeah, if a3, simply bishop takes, pawn takes, knight e4. Okay. So the reason this move doesn't work because of bishop d2. Okay, so bishop takes, pawn takes, knight e4, give me the pawn, queen b3. There could be queen a5, allow them to take this pawn, but take this pawn with a check. If they move their king, it doesn't make sense, right? But we put the bishop there for a reason. Let's just go there and take it. There's a better move. Instead of this, which allows this, let's play queen a5 immediately, and if queen here, then knight e4, and if he takes here, well, the same thing happened. I can take with the knight in case he takes my rook. There could be some ways of me giving a discovered check. They can go back. That doesn't make any sense. But generally, right, like, this move can never be bad. And if they take, I should not be taking like this because that opens up for their checks, but I believe there's knight c6. Now the idea is simply to go after this pawn. We saw this move, but I was like, it's very passive because it allows knight e4. So obviously I'm going to play knight e4, and we're just going to add more pressure here. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're trying to go after the pawn. Okay, he took. Which way do we take? If I take with the c pawn, my knight can be on c6. If I take with the e pawn, my bishop will be more flexible. Which one do we want? Taking with the c pawn allows for some tricky bishop checks, either weakening my pawn or not allowing me to castle. But if I take with the e pawn, then my knight is passive, and I'm not sure how am I gonna get it into the game. Which way do we take? C or D? Or there's also queen takes, but that doesn't make any. Does it make any sense? Which way do we take? Which way do we take? Which way do we take? Taking with the c pawn. I'm gonna take with the c pawn. I just believe that my knight, even though it's not gonna be performing well here, well, it could be stopping their knight from jumping to e5, which makes sense to weaken this pawn further. Okay, that's a clear idea that they are going after the b7 pawn and also protecting something there. Obviously, I don't want to allow that to happen. There is no... yeah, I can play b6, but yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of happening. I can castle, give up a pawn. And then what? Then what? Castle, give up a pawn, play knight c6, give up a piece, play rook c8. Is his queen gonna be trapped? Nope, he has queen b5. But then I can take, they're gonna take, and we're gonna take a free pawn. Am I correct? Castle, queen takes b7, but I'm giving up a piece for a pawn. Am I an idiot? b6, they're gonna be bishop b5 type of move, knight d7, bishop takes, king takes. Also checks. Holy smokes. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. Castling, queen takes. My rook is hanging, I have to move it. If I moved here, that's a free piece. I can go back. That's something I did not see. I can go back with the knight, but that's going to be problematic because of the move c4. And then I would have to play something like queen b6. That will take, and it's going to be having a lot of weaknesses. I believe I have to play this, which is a disastrous move. I mean, if you have to make a backwards move, release the tension and allow them to go for, a lot of counterplay. You know that your idea, the previous idea of taking with the c pawn was, I knew it. I told myself taking with the c pawn will allow a lot of annoyance on this diagonal because my king is still in the center of the board, and I still went for it. So I'm expecting c4. Oh, just going after my bishop. Make that make sense. What do I do? If I just castle, he's gonna take. I'm gonna take with the knight. He's gonna take a free pawn. And then what do I do? I have no tricks up my sleeves. And I don't want to take with this. Let's go back with the bishop. If he takes, I'm happy because that's an active rook. Okay. Why is he so obsessed with that move? It's clearly not a good move, giving up the knight, which was, supposed to be on e5, adding more pressure, given the fact I'm making holy smokes, this guy is an idiot. And wow. Absolute insanity here. What? Why? Now I have queen c7, cool ideas like knight jumping in, give me a free piece and give me checkmate in your face. Bishop b5 check. What do we do? There's knight c6, there's knight d6, and knight d7. I believe knight d7 makes more sense given the fact that we're blocking any checks and also trying to play something like this. We also had this immediately. But if he has brain cells, he should be playing for c4. Because queen on a semi-open file, you have to open the file, attack the queen, add some tempo, Okay, just simply trying to prevent any kind of placement of my knight here. Okay, we need to figure out a way to get the checkmate. Some kind of a rook sack, we need to get the queen in as fast as possible. Queen getting in, that's going to be a free pawn, but there's going to be bishop here. I can do this and this, but this is going to cost me. It will be costly for sure. Holy smokes, I don't want to play this move. I don't want to play it. But I guess I have to. I don't have time as well. So my main problem here when I'm, whenever I take a look at my games and why am I losing them, a big chunk of my, holy smokes, this guy is not even thinking. So I can definitely take, I'm going to play knight here, give me a rook. The rook will move and I can take a free, it's not a free piece, but, I should definitely not play this. Well, I can play this, he cannot take, that's a free piece, right? So I can go here. But then obviously we have to take care of, oh, is that a free pawn? Is this a free pawn? Because he needs to protect and after takes, knight takes, no tricks with their bishop. I believe I can just take. Am I right? We have to be very, 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 very careful. Because after takes, knight takes, bishop here, and he sacrifices a piece to sack the rook, get a check. I don't believe it's going to lead to a mate, because my king will be safe on either g8 or c8. Yeah, but we don't have time. We definitely don't have time. What is my threat? Well, my threat is to take even more stuff, like... I would like to go for a rook sack, pawn takes, queen check. But my king will need to be on e7 to allow the another rook to get in. But we have to move the knight from here, so possibly knight takes, rook sack, pawn takes, queen check, rook goes back. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. So possibly if they take, we just take, but I'm really afraid of moves like bishop b5. There could be knight d6, bishop takes, queen takes, pawn d5, push, f4, castle. Yeah, I don't like my position given the fact that he has a lot of... Oh, he played it immediately. Okay, what does this move do? Let's think about it. Well, what I see, that's a free pawn, and if he takes, that's a free rook, rook getting in. So if I take, he's not thinking about sacrificing the rook, because after takes, queen takes, there's king d8. Yes, there is bishop g5, but there is f6. And he's not going to sack. That's idiotic. So after I take here, rook sacrifice, pawn takes, queen takes. If I move king to f8, am I completely cooked? Well, that's a free piece. So if takes, rook takes, pawn takes, queen check, king, that's a free piece. So after takes, rook sack, pawn takes, queen takes, king d8. He has a free pawn to take. But then I give him a check. He takes, and I have some kind of a fork, I'm not sure. I'm gonna take. I know there's. Never mind. Never mind, this guy is not even thinking. He's not even using his brain. I was like, oh, he's brilliant. He's Mikhail Tal. He's gonna go crazy. But no, he's not even thinking about sacrificing, which is surprising. Okay, so rook takes, trying to give some checks. He goes here. It doesn't make any sense. I want to go here, sack, here, check, goes. But also doesn't make any sense, so I don't want to do that. Is there knight e4? Give me your bishop. If he takes either way, I have a check. And if he went there, that's checkmate. And if he went here, that's another check. He has to go there. And I can take with the rook. And can he stop mate? Can he? Hold up, wait a minute. Knight e4, pawn takes, queen check, king goes here, that's checkmate. Right? So knight here, pawn takes, check. He goes here, that's another check. You have to go here. And then rook takes h3. Bishop takes is going to be with a check. I'm going to play king f8. I think there's something there. I want to play knight f4 so bad. I don't have time to calculate. Unfortunately, I don't have time to calculate. So maybe I'm an idiot. Most likely the case. I don't want to take though. King f8. He takes something. Oh, he's protecting this pawn. No, he's not protecting the pawn. Do I take with the king, some check, and I can just move? Check. King c8. Oh, wow. He's an idiot then. What? The effing. Another check. Force him to go here. Rook takes h3. Some checks. King there. Another check. Can I get a mate? I know there are some checks. I have to be very careful. King e7. Oh, fuck. I did not see this one. I did not see that one. I did not see that one. I did not see that one. Fuck. I did not see that one. It's almost checkmate, but I did not see that one. He's gonna keep giving checks. It's perpetual. It's a draw. Unless I can land my king there. Unless I can land my king there. What is he thinking of doing? You Pozo, you're not gonna win if you keep giving checks. I'm gonna go on h7. But he's just trying to use my time, which he's an idiot. That's a free piece. That's checkmate in one. Can he stop it though? There's queen h2 and he can win on time. There's queen h2 and he can win on time. So annoying that he can play queen h2 and win on time, even though that I'm completely winning the game. Well, I'm not completely winning the game. Actually, queen h2 makes so much sense. Because if I take here, he has two rooks and pawns. I have to keep pushing this pawn. I have to keep pushing this pawn. I'm not sure why I did this move, but anyways. Why am I doing this? That is a free pawn. That is a check. I think I just have to keep giving checks or something. I cannot even keep giving checks. That is so idiotic by me. He can promote to a queen even. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not using my brain. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I mean, surely in the opening phase cannot be bad. Here we made a weakness, a backwards pawn that is pinned. Here, I totally believe that the problem that I made, which it was c takes d5. Why? Because it allowed too much annoyance on here. And if I had more time, I would have definitely castled or played knight d7 and just played it slowly and focus on the weakness there. But I took with the c pawn. Things got messy. I had to play this really stupid move. He went there. He took my bishop for some reason, and he thought that the bishop bear will be good for him. I'm not sure if he's right or not, but we made the queen go back because that's a free piece and also checkmate in one. He has to stop it. He played this. Possibly knight here was a good move, trying to go after a free piece. Yeah, I believe knight e4 was supposed to be played immediately. And then we just have to figure out a way to get the other knight in. I was like, I don't want to play this move because it allows bishop e5 check, and I don't want to move my king. And if I block, then there's going to be a lot of, attack on my knight. That's why I played knight d7 first, and then he stopped my knight from jumping in. He played this really weird e4 move. He went there. I took something, and maybe this move was bad. I was so focused on trying to get the queen, get the rook to give a checkmate, and I believe my idea is correct. So I believe this move works. It doesn't matter if they take with the pawn or with the rook, but I believe I did something bad when they took. So my mistake was allowing them to give checks with their queen. My idea was just to simply play king f8 and then allow another check and then just escape back. And it doesn't seem very clear how are they gonna stop my checkmate, because my rook and queen will be very close and he cannot move his king. It doesn't seem clear. Which is here, they take there, and my initial idea was to actually play king f8. Allow a check, it doesn't matter, king g8. If they take with the rook, they take with the pawn, there will be a check. They have to go here, another check, and then taking this pawn, trying to get the checkmate, and I don't believe he can stop it. Because it doesn't matter if he takes this pawn or not, it's just going to be checkmate with the rook, not with the queen. So the queen being there doesn't do anything. My mistake, I believe, partly taking with the c pawn, and then obviously take, here, this is not a mistake. I don't believe this move is a mistake. It's a fancy way of getting what I want, but it's not a mistake. And it's not the move that I believe it cost me the game. I believe the move that cost me the game is taking with the king. Like, what? Taking back is the mistake? Yes, taking back, I believe, is the mistake. Because after I got what I want, I'm only one move away from checkmate, but this is the move that I did not see. I saw this, I did not see this. That's why if I just move my king, it doesn't matter if they take here and I take a free rook, they're gonna get mated in one. Yeah, the more I look at it in my head, I'm seeing this is the mistake. I don't believe there was a way to escape the perpetual check from the queen, but yeah, now let's check with the game review and see if my ideas are actually correct or not. This is what you're supposed to do when you're playing your own games. Look at them on your own. Try to understand your stupidity, and then try to get why you made certain moves. Okay. So in the opening, nothing bad is happening. Bishop b4. Okay. So one of the ideas here for white is to play knight h4, give me your bishop, and give me the bishop bear advantage. Makes sense. That's why we have to play h6 to any kind of knight h4 or bishop h7. And if they want to trade bishops, at least we are trading bishop for a bishop, not a bishop for a knight, which is better for them. I played bishop b4. See, he was supposed to go here. I took, created a weakness, and knight e4 was better. I was calculating both whether knight e4 or queen a5, as you've seen before. But I was like, maybe queen here it's better, because to stop any kind of queen moving in. Taking with the c pawn is not the move that cost me the game. Well, it's not. It's something good. It's not that bad. Going back with the knight, yes, exactly. I was like, I wanted to castle, but I was like, I'm not sure how am I gonna compensate for the pawn that I just gave. For example, castles, queen takes pawn, and I'm not completely sure. Yeah, that's something I did not see. I did not see knight takes. Why would I even do that? Because any other move, I'm gonna lose my knight, or I'm gonna lose my rook. So I'm completely cooked here. That's why I have to take here. And we just took a free piece. What if they just take with the knight? Well, if they take with the knight, that's queen takes c3. What if they go crazy with king takes d2, then knight c6? And they cannot take the free piece because it's not really a free piece. There's rook a c8. Give me the queen, give me check. He's forced to go here, and that is that could lead to mate. No, that's actually free rook and also mate and stuff. Yeah, I did not see knight takes d2. Yeah, so my mistake was miscalculation because I wanted to castle, and I was like, I have enough compensation, but I was like, I'm gonna lose a piece because after they take, either I lose the rook or I lose the knight. But I did not see this, removing the guard of the pawn and then focusing on counterplay. Yeah, that was not even on my radar. We played knight back just to protect. It's not horrific, but it's fine. The best move is to go after my bishop. It doesn't make any sense. Fine, they castle, which is bad. Queen c7 is the best move. Good stuff, good stuff. And castle. Knight c6. Knight e7. Fine, we played knight e7. Knight c4. Huh? Why would I play knight c4? That's a horrific move positionally, saying, because after bishop takes, pawn takes. Why would I play this? What am I gonna do with a pawn here? Can I even break through this without giving up a pawn? That doesn't make any sense to me, so I'm not gonna look at it because you should not be looking at computer moves, only moves that suit your level. Okay, that's you know, whatever. Taking first, then jumping the knight in. Chess is so freaking confusing. It's just the same move, exactly like before with the knight jumping in or the queen getting out. The same move, just a different move order makes the whole difference, which is insane. Knight g3, they move there, takes. I was like, they're gonna take. I'm gonna play knight takes and some kind of crazy stuff, but that's a free piece. Come on, what are you? Okay. They played bishop b5. E takes f3 was correct. I knew they had to go something crazy. I was like, rook takes e6, pawn takes e6, queen takes, king d8 possibly, king f8. Giving up a piece, which is something that I was not even looking at. Knight e2 check. What if king f2? Holy smokes, is there queen g3? It's almost checkmate, but it's not because this is checkmate. But after queen g3, king there, it's not checkmate, and we cannot win the queen, given the fact that there's a bishop there. Oh boy. Okay. Holy shit. What? I am really happy. I'm really happy. Knight e4 is the correct idea. I'm really happy about my calculation. Yes, we messed it up a little bit before with my calculation, but it was like, I did not see something that was really, really deep. But this is not that deep. It's just, you know, removing a piece from the view of my queen that I really want to get in with my queen and rook. And trying to go after their piece as well. Taking there, and I'm fucking right. I'm fucking right. The best move is king f8. My intuition was telling me, play king f8, just move away. Don't take the bishop because there could be counterplay with the queen checks. I took it. And that is the move that leads to a draw. Given the fact that I don't have time, there is no way it's going to end up in a draw. Even if it's a drawing position, it's going to be one on time. So yeah, my initial analysis of the game without the engine was absolutely correct. I just made the wrong decision being so long. If I had more time, I would have definitely thought about it more and saw that after I want to get my queen in, there will be check with the queen because my king will be on d7 and also multiple checks. So yeah, I'm really happy that my calculation was correct here. King f8 was the best move. I was like, queen b4, just king g8, show me what you're going to do. You cannot take anyway because that's going to lead to a check. And the crazy thing, this knight helps in checkmate. So if they do not take it, I have queen check. If you go here, that's mate. If you go there, that's mate. And also mate with the rook as well. This game really made my day. I'm really happy about this game. But, you know, this slight mistake that cost me the entire game. And obviously being down so low on time, I shit my pants. I just had to repeat moves. If I had more time, I would have seen that the queen checks, I cannot escape from them. So I would have definitely just... I did not even see this. I did not even see this perpetual check because it's actually a draw, a forced draw. Yeah, if I had more time, I would have definitely seen it. But I was like, no, there's rook takes h3, there's something. And even this is a draw. King e8, I found the correct move even being down so low on time. King d7, e7, everything's fine. f6 is fine. King f8, I did play it. King f7, I did play it. Queen c7. King g8, I did play it. Queen h2, king h7. Queen going back, that was correct. Taking was correct. Here. Taking, I mean, it's a slight advantage. Slight advantage for black. First of all, the rooks are connected. I cannot do anything about that. The pawns are gonna push. I cannot do anything about that. So most likely a draw, even if it says slightly better for black. It is not slightly better for black because there's no way a human would see these pawns and like, yeah, I'm gonna stop them. Bullshit. You're not gonna stop them with the rooks being behind. The only way to stop them is to give perpetual check. So queen h5, king moves somewhere. We take with the queen. King moves somewhere, and yeah, we just keep giving checks. That's the idea. I'm happy about this game. I'm happy about this game. Let's play another one. Okay. Let's go with d4. Hopefully you guys are, you know, having fun and also finding this video instructive. a3 just to prevent any kind of annoyance there. I'm just gonna take. If knight takes is stupid. Okay, knight c3, developing typical moves. Bishop g5. I don't know why I want to play bishop g5, but this is what I'm used to. There's bishop g5. Okay, c5 is something I'm not used to. Is that a blunder though? Bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, pawn takes here, bishop takes, queen takes, queen there. I can protect. Knight c6, b4. He takes, I take. That's gonna be a fork. Bad. Or just simply bishop d3. If they take, we take. In 92, let's play bishop d3. If they play this, meh. Okay, he's trying to win a pawn. He's not actually going to win a pawn because after takes, takes, knight takes, there's bishop takes, and there's we can win the piece. 92. If they take, we take with the knight. If they take, we take with the pawn. Totally fine. We just have to be very careful about stuff going on there. I can take with a pawn. I can take with the knight. I always do this. I want to make every move perfect, and I end up being low on time. It doesn't make any sense because if I take with the knight, he's just gonna take back. But is there knight takes, knight takes? No, that's stupid because you gave up a piece. Let's take with the knight. If he takes, we take. Some kind of a rook e8, we just immediately castle to just get the hell out of here. We have a weakness. They have a weakness. So it's a very equal game. I would have loved to keep the position as it is, and okay, we have to definitely castle, given the fact that the rook is aiming at my king. And most important thing, that we do not take. They have a weakness. Keep that weakness there. Fix the weakness, right? So a move that makes so much sense is bishop c. Okay, all right. Do we take? Well, if I take, he's gonna take back. He's gonna be very happy to take. We play bishop c2. If they take, we're gonna take with the pawn, and we're gonna have a weakness that they can target. I don't like that. Bishop h5. That could be g5. Bishop g3. Let's play this just to, you know, because I want to give up my bishop for his bishop. Otherwise, it's not an equal trade, given the fact it's gonna be an open game soon when the pawns are gonna be off. So the bishops are gonna be much better than the knights. That's why it doesn't make any sense to take his knight. And taking here will fix the pawn. Is no longer gonna have a weakness, and that's very bad. So I just really want to play some kind of a bishop c2. If they take, we take with the queen, and then just have a pawn sitting there with me just immediately putting everything I have against that pawn and trying to win it. Then a move like bishop takes knight would make sense, because that will be called removing the guard. We're trying to be removing the protector of the pawn, if that makes sense. Man, I'm so pissed about the previous game. I'm happy about it, but I'm also pissed because I found the correct, brilliant way to do stuff, and my intuition was correct to evade the king, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm actually going against my advice that I gave you in the beginning of the video, which is emotional regulation. You should not be playing a game unless you're completely over the previous game. That's a mistake by me. But we're in. We're in. We cannot get out. Okay, this move. He's trying to go after my bishop. There's bishop e2. That's a move. Oh, I get what he's trying to go for. Bishop e2 is trying to go here. And if I take, he's gonna have no longer gonna have a weak pawn. It's still weak because it's in my half of the board. Bishop e2 makes sense. Bishop b5, give me a rook. Bishop d7, bishop takes d7. Knight takes. That makes sense. Playing bishop here and trading everything so that we're gonna have, in the end, only a weakness in the center, which is the d5 pawn, and then I can focus my energy on it. But then that is gonna be a problem. Let's play bishop b5. Bishop d7, bishop takes d7, knight takes, bishop takes. We just trade everything, and then pawn. See, he saw that, and he is smart. He knows how to think, and he found the correct idea, because at the end he's just going to be having a really weak pawn in the center. Queen d2 makes sense, but that's going to be, I don't want that to happen. What if I play bishop here? Give me this. I don't want to do this, but I have to. Why did I even play this move? There is no knight c6. I'm really happy about that. That's a free pawn. Knight going here. I might be thinking about taking, and after they take, there is a queen a4. Give me the pawn. And it's not going to be very simple how he's going to protect it, because it's in my area. It's in my territory. It's not going to be very easy for them to protect. Okay. I'm sensing it's a very forkable position, but how can I fork stuff? Do I just go back, bishop e2? Do I take, they take, play f4? f4 makes zero sense. But let's see, bishop takes f4. If they take, we take with the queen, and then we're trying to place something there, and then focus on the weakness. My bishop here doing absolutely nothing. Oh, he could be having these kind of ideas. Let's go back. If he plays this move, that's a free knight. And I'm also wasting so much time. Okay. This move's telling me he's just wasting time. Whatever. Play whatever. Fine. Okay. What do I do? That's not a free pawn. Can it be a free pawn? Queen b3. Knight takes, queen takes. There could be a knight check, we take. No. Nope. But it generally, queen b3 can never be bad. Right? Can never be bad. I'm looking at a weakness. Bishop e6 doesn't make sense. That's not a free pawn, by the way. That's a stupid pawn to take. But we're gonna get 2 pawns, and he's gonna get 1 pawn. I don't like it. I cannot get e4 and then e5. That's a free pawn. Playing f3 and then e4, takes and takes. It doesn't make any sense because we cannot get the fork. The piece is in the way. This move could make sense given the fact that we are targeting a weakness, number 1. Number 2, connecting the rooks. Number 3, we're trying to place something there. Most likely the rook. This rook, the a1 rook. I mean, this rook is going to be protecting stuff here, protecting the king. So I want to play rook a d1, trying to add more pressure against this piece, and then play knight f3, give me the piece, give me the piece, give me the piece, give me the piece, and then I have everything targeting the pawn on d5. That's an idea. At this level, it's no longer about finding correct moves. There's no such thing as finding correct moves. People at this level don't blunder much, right? It's just a matter of ideas. If your idea is correct, you're winning. Your idea is bad or slow, you're losing. So it's just a matter of ideas, not just specific moves. Obviously here, the move takes will be retarded because you're fixing the weakness. That's a weakness. Keep it. And he wants to create a weakness of his own. Hell nah. We want to play rook ad1. If he takes, we take back. Is there some tricks? I don't think so. If they take, we are okay with having double pawns there because it doesn't matter on this side of the board. What matters most is the weakness in the center. So I want to play rook ad1. Unless that I'm blundering something. Knight a5. Okay. That was a bit violent. What the heck? These kind of captures sometimes are like a smack in the face, even if you're expecting them. Very weird. Still, we cannot take. Okay, he's going after my queen. Queen a2 makes some kind of sense because we want to keep controlling the c4 square. Let's play queen a2. Let's play b4. Fuck off. We don't take. We do not take. That's a weakness. Keep the weakness. Bishop f3, knight, queen, rook. Give me that effing pawn. You want to give it to me? You want to give it to me. That's my pawn. And his mistake is somewhere... Huh? Okay. Fine. 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 He wants to place the knight there. What is wrong with placing the knight there? Bishop f3. Bishop g4. If he's smart, obviously not. B4, allowing him to jump in. Playing knight c6, give me the queen. The queen moves. Do we have tricks? Do we have stuff? Do we have stuff? This move makes no sense given the fact that he's just gonna jump here, and that's gonna be annoying. Rook d2, he goes there. I don't want to face that. I don't want to allow a piece here. His knight there, most specifically, you know. Yeah, this is not good. I don't want to take. Can I take a play knight there? Can I just go back with a knight? He goes here, we just attack it. Let's keep it slow. 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 If they want to go here, we're just gonna go there. Play rook c1. Rook c4 doesn't make any sense. There's b3. The most important thing here that we don't make a positional mistake. We don't allow something to be placed there on c4, because if he did, most likely it's going to be the weak pawn. He's going to just place it there. Okay, he's trying to place, you know, the rooks, trying to get some trades. This, and winning the rook could work, but there's a knight. Is there something? Is there a knight here? If he takes, we take. If he wants to trade pieces, we're going to take a free pawn at the end. Do I do this? How can I target weakness? I don't know. But this move doesn't seem like horrible move. If he takes, I'm gonna take with the rook. He wants to go there. I take. The queen takes. Hell nah, boy. Oh, okay, there's b3 knight d2. There is rook takes, rook d1, knight takes. Yeah, horrible play by me. Okay, I should have, you know, just moved the rook first, then played this, but I'm not thinking, given the fact that I have low time. He cannot even go here. What am I talking about? I would love if he just takes me here. I'm happy. Hell boy, I'm happy. Okay, so what do I do then? What do I do? Queen e2, what does it do? Moving the bishop back, what does it do? Just move back, giving the fact we just have more. I don't know. I don't know what we have. We have nothing. Taking there. Okay, what does this move do? He's trying to go crazy. I hate crazy people. Queen b2. The Kubi takes, and queen free piece. Will he see that? Or am I missing something? Yeah, I'm missing a lot of stuff. I'm just not here. I wanted to stop this. So luckily he doesn't see knight takes e6, pawn takes it. That's a free piece. He takes, we take, stuff, nice stuff, rook trade, we trade stuff. King h2 will always be there. There will be knight takes, queen checks. It's not over yet. f6. That's a free piece. What am I? What if he plays bishop g4? That's a horrific move. There's f3. If he takes there, I take there. He takes with a check, I take here. He takes there, I take there. Okay. Now the position is no longer positionally. It's just a more, tactical position right now. Because there's a tactic. Knight takes, discovered attack against their knight. They have to take back, otherwise they're going to lose the rook. Is there a beautiful move by them? Knight takes, rook e8. What if I take? Then rook takes. Well, that's still a free piece. Or pawn takes. That's still a free piece that we took here, right? Yeah, that's still a free piece. Unless they played something like... Like what? Like what? I keep thinking about a move, but I'm not finding it. This will be helpful for me, given... Oh, no. If this... I cannot go here because there's this. But there's this. Because if we, if we take with this knight, they're just going to take back and there are no tricks. There could be tricks like knight takes pawn, but then queen takes, there's queen takes here. I'm hallucinating. This is a problem we have, strong chess players. We just start to see ghosts whenever we think that there's a tactic. We're just trying to create something that is not even there. So this could be one of the cases. But the threat right now is knight takes e6. Right? Luckily, there are no tactics. Luckily. For him. But for me, there are some. Can he play this? Bishop f5. Knight takes. Queen takes. I don't think that there's f3. He goes... Oh, boy. Bishop there. No, there's takes, and that's a free pawn. Very happy that I created a weakness. I kept that weakness there. I did not allow them to fix the weakness. And now looks like we're either going to be winning a pawn, a piece, or winning on time. Actually, that never happened with me. I never win on time. I always lose on time. A big chunk of my games, over 20% of my games are lost because of time management. That's a big ass problem, okay? Really big problem for me. I mean, you get what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make every single game perfect, every move perfect, every move makes sense. Very, very sense. So, yeah, that's why it takes so much time. He played that move, but to me, if he takes, there is protection. Is there a way to target this piece? There's knight takes. There's knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes. They take here, we take back. No problem. I think there's a free pawn. And they have to take with the pawn because my bishop is covering that. Knight takes. What if bishop takes? Well, then what? Then what? Queen takes here. We don't have time. I actually have f3, which is a fork. f3. They take there, I take there. He takes here with a check, I take here. We calculated this before, right? It is a fork. You fucking retard. There's a rook that is missing. I suck. We should not be trading, given the fact that they just. Okay, okay. What do we do here? There's knight takes. Well, that's there. What do I do? There's rook here. There are some checks. I'm gonna be losing the game. I do not want that to happen. I cannot protect the pawn. Well, then what do I do? Just take a free pawn. Do stuff. Do stuff, boy. Now we want a fork. We do. Is there something? What do I do? What do I do? If I went here, that's a check. Whatever. Play whatever. Yeah, that's not good by me. Idiot. He did not even go after the pawn. Do I have protection? I'm allowing some check. I know. There are no tricks. But I cannot trade pieces. Idiot. What am I doing? Stopping the checks, trying to go after a pawn. I'm not even sure what am I doing. I'm just an idiot here. Yes, open up for their pieces to fork you. What am I doing? I had checks. Take! Oh my god, I won on time? Even when I have few seconds on the clock, I keep trying to make every move perfect. What the hell is the problem? Why am I doing this? I need to switch modes in my brain. Sometimes you need to calculate, sometimes you don't need to calculate, you just need to fucking move. Analyze the game before the analysis, okay. So the reason they play e6 to play this after knight c3, they play the Nimzo Indian, I believe, and I fucking hate it. There's queen c2, there's d5, there's a lot of lines that I hate to witness. So I just play a3, telling them, hey, leave me alone. d5, takes, knight c3, bishop g5. This move is annoying. I don't know how to counter it. But I do know, well, actually, if you use a little bit of your brain, that actually does exactly what I wanted right from the beginning. Just take here, that's a weak pawn. I was like, if I take here, I could do stuff, but that's a free pawn. But I just had to take, play some kind of a knight e2, place something there, and fix the weakness. That's much easier. I played bishop d3, which might allow c4, and then a6 and b4, a6 and b5. So I believe a mistake I made in the opening phase was not taking this pawn. I believe the best move is either to take here or to take here. Now bishop d3. But I play bishop d3, knight e2. Why not knight f3? Because there is bishop g4, and they can just take, and then actually win a pawn. I don't like that. So we played knight e2. In case bishop g4, there is f3. They took, we take. I mean here, the mistake that they did was not taking my knight. If I were playing them, I would have taken there, and then, that's a weakness. The same thing that I'm going to try to attack their weakness, they will be attacking my weakness, right? That would have made the position equal. But they did not take the knight. So they made a positional mistake. They kept a weakness for them. They did not create a weakness for me. And a couple of crazy moves, whatever moves, played. Here he found a really good move. b5 is a really beautiful move by them. I can now play b4, and b4 is a horrific horseshit of a blunder because that allows the knight in, and whenever we take, they're gonna take with the pawn, and I only have pieces, so my pieces will be stuck protecting against pawns. That's very bad. That's why I did not play b4. Bishop f3 just target the weakness. Bishop e6, I did not take, not to fix their weakness. Here, just do whatever. I'm not thinking, just do whatever. I'm actually thinking. I'm thinking a lot, but I'm not making the right thinking. We shuffled pieces, back and forth, back and forth. Here, I think there's a blunder. In what the... Whoa. That's a fork. They took something. But they gave me 2 pieces for the rook. They took a pawn, and I was like, I don't want to lose this pawn because it's protecting these dummies. That was a free pawn. He played there. What did I have here? I was like, I'm trying to protect the knight while keeping it there. Hopefully some kind of a... Hold up. Wait a minute. No, there are no tactics to get there. Like, knight sacrifice. They will... Hold on. Knight f6 check. They have to take. And then what? Well, knight f6 check. They will take. Knight f5. Give me the pawn. Give me a fork. Give me a check. Give me the rook getting in. My king will be safe on h2. I think I missed a tactic here, and that is knight f6. But 30 seconds on the clock. When I have 5 minutes on the clock, I make stupid moves. When I have 30 seconds, thank God that I'm even moving. So knight f4. I thought he's just gonna take a free pawn, but he didn't. We protected stuff. Here, just do whatever. I'm not conscious about my moves. Neither he is, just do whatever. Magically he saw that the queen, looking at his queen. I did not even see that. I was like, I'm looking at his rook. And we won on time. I don't respect my wins on time. Because hopefully my analysis is correct. That means my ideation behind my moves are actually correct. That makes me very happy about my games and my play. Winning or losing doesn't really matter. The most important thing is continuous improvement. That's the thing that matters most. Of course, greedy and stingy chess.com will only give you one. Game review. Okay, we have to look at the engine lines. Here, we should not, I like to take. I know it's not even one of the correct moves to take, but I just like to take, just blah, 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 do whatever, move. E3. C5. As you see, my analysis was correct. Taking the pawn, there's already a weakness there, and just play knight e2, try to play something there, fix the weakness, and then castle and play it slow and steady, go after the weakness, slowly, win it, convert. Yeah, that's my mistake. Bishop d3 allows bishop g4, attacking my queen. Okay. C takes d4 is actually one of the moves, just to create a weakness of his own, but he did not even think about it. I'm becoming a positional insane dude. I'm really happy about my analysis. Really happy. Because the most important thing is, in my level, is positional chess. Right? It's no longer about tactics. Most of your opponents at this level, they're not going to give you a piece. They're not going to give you a rook. They're not going to give you a queen or a pawn. But they will make some positional mistakes that will allow you to have more time to get your pieces into the game and attack them and target their weaknesses and win. This is exactly what I did. And here, I'm not even sure how he did not even see that he needs to take the knight. But he didn't. We castled. Look. Fuck yeah, I'm happy. It was zeros, right? Now it's +1. Why? Because he did not take my knight. He had to take my knight. Really, really happy about my play. It doesn't matter if I lost the game or won the game. It doesn't matter at all. Sure, the number matters. It just, it makes you feel good. But it makes me feel so much better to win because, or to play better, and seeing that there's progress in my play, in my thinking, in my analysis, that proves that I'm actually improving. Don't chase a number. This number can go up and down. It doesn't. You can't really control it. Look for the things that you can control. You can control the way you think. You can control the way you play. You can control the way you analyze a position or not. But you cannot really control the number there. I mean, you can lose to disconnection. You can lose to someone talking to you. You have an emergency or something. You can't control this number, but you can control your skills at the game. Bishop b5. I was really wanting to play him to play bishop d7, and my analysis was also correct. Trading every single piece off the board would have made so much sense, and then we are left with a weakness that we can just be very happy to target. Beautiful. They move their rook, and that is the best move. Good for them. Bishop g3. Here I did not know much. Okay. Queen b3. Bishop b2. I was like, my bishop there doing absolutely nothing. Let's just go back and prevent the knight h5 type of move. Queen b3 happened finally. Knight c6. I'm not supposed to take at all. Rook fd1. Well, there's a slight advantage between taking the rook with the f rook or with the a rook. I went with the a1 because I was like, this rook needs to protect stuff there. And look how crazy it is. If I take with the f pawn, there would have been no knight takes rook at the end for them. Chess is very, very confusing. I'm gonna lose my brain sometimes because of this game. Rook a1, bishop takes, h takes. Okay, attacking my queen, queen a2. Beautiful, best moves. Okay, b5, bishop f, b4. The engine is actually... b4 doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe the engine can actually, of course, it can actually look at the game and actually win it, even if it allows b4 and knight c4 and knight c4. But I would have never, ever be able to play a position like that. So bishop f3, whatever type of move. Bishop e6. Knight takes e6. Why? Knight takes e6, f takes e6. What? e4? Holy shit, don't tell me e4. I'm not actually looking at the engine line. I'm trying to think on my own. Knight takes, pawn takes, there's e4? Yes, it is e4. Holy smokes. They cannot push, that's queen takes e6. They will move their king away, that's e5 even. They cannot even take the knight, that's a free queen. And after this, there is knight getting in, and the rook is... Oh, whoa, that's beautiful. Knight takes, pawn takes, in e4. Yeah, that's actually a really beautiful move. I did not even see the behind this move, because like I was so fixated on the idea of a lone pawn in the center of the board that I can target. So I just kept it there. I was like, nope, nothing else but keeping the lone pawn right there, and then trying to win it. Still, knight takes e6 is the best move. e4, yeah. The same thing. Knight takes e6, f takes e6, and e4. Going to win a piece in the pawn in the end. But, yeah, e4 is... no, e4 I should have seen. e4 I should have seen. Queen d7. Queen a1. I just moved whatever here. I'm just... knight e5 he played. Bishop e2 was correct. Knight jumping in was bad, I believe. I played queen... okay. Queen e1 was better. Why? Why queen a1 and not queen b2? Look, they're so close to each other, but somehow there's a huge difference. Well, yeah, queen b2, there could be forks. No. Maybe after this and this and that or something. Okay. Bishop takes g4. If they take with the queen, that's a free pawn. If they take with the knight, so they're saying just take. What if knight takes? Well, that's a fork. And we don't even take. Well, knight f5 makes so much sense. No, it doesn't make anything. No, it actually makes sense. That's give me checkmate. Give me checkmate. They have to play some kind of a. Ain't no way they're gonna play d4. Come on, they're gonna play most likely f6. Yeah, and then we take here. Good. Yeah. Okay. I did not see that. Played f3. Slight advantage for us. Slight. We took there. I panicked. And here I was thinking knight f6 in the analysis. It looks like it doesn't work because it's not being suggested at all by the engine. Knight f5 is the best move. Oh my god, that's a beautiful move. Knight f5. You cannot actually take me here because that's a fork. I'm gonna win your queen. In knight f5, give me checkmate. And give me a fork. Oh wow, knight f5. 30 seconds. Look, I'm not gonna be hard on myself. 30 seconds is not enough to me to find knight f5. I'm just also having, you know, a hanging piece. But what about this? Come on, come on, give me some slack. What the heck? Just -3? Have mercy. I was thinking knight f5. Rook c2. Oh boy. Give me the queen, give me mate. It's almost winning if they went to a dark square. But the crazy thing that why this doesn't work, because they're not going to go to a dark square. They're going to go to a light square. So after taking here, king h7. Even if they play king g7, that is nuts. Okay. We just made moves that just, you know, move, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just making moves. You know, he would just sacked a piece, and we won on time. I love the way that I played today. I mean, just 2 days ago, I played like shit, absolute shit. So don't get this, you know, from this video that, oh, I'm really good at chess. No, sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad, and it's just a matter of, you know, mood, yeah, the day that you're playing, the time that you're playing. If you had breakfast or not. It's just a lot of factors that control the way you play, right? So don't be hard on yourself. Enjoy the game, and thank you for watching.